All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Scrotitis Plays Minecraft. How you guys doing? We're hanging in our horse stables, checking out the fine work we did last episode with our zombie mob trap, and we made a slight verification or modification, I should say, to that. But that's not our concern today. It's raining, as it does often on this island, and we're getting wet because we don't have a roof on our stables. I think that's what today's episode's going to be. It's going to be a building one, so if you guys don't like building episodes, you might as well just shut me off right now. Hopefully you do before you click that button and go watch another video. Why don't you see what we're doing here for a little bit. So first thing we did, we dressed up the downstairs a little bit with a little walkway, steps to get down, access to what is below. And what is below may be the question. We got a little tunnel here, a little fancy tunnel. We redid our redstone wiring for the horse stable right above us. And we actually don't need this right here anymore. But, yeah, we got this little tunnel here. So I'm thinking these other ones we may switch so that they look the same as this one with the blocks reversed. I think it looks cleaner. But we got our little tunnel here. We've got pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns to be precise, giving enough light so no spawning occurs. And what do we got here? It's our zombie spawner. Not zombie spawner. Ugh. It's our zombie trap, our mob trap. A couple of modifications that we made is the nice little happy home that we made underneath here. The second modification is there is no snow golem. I'm sad to report that he died. One too many skeleton attacks. And I thought with that opportunity of him not being there that I would test out the production of the system without him. And without doing some major overhauls, which I think I may do, some things with trip lines and trap doors and stuff of that nature. But without that being in place, unfortunately, he was creating a lot of problems in terms of zombies focusing on him instead of the villager whenever he attacked, and that then resulted in them not falling into the trap. So, he's gone for the time being, and the trap's still working really well. We've actually gotten a couple creepers down here. As you see, we got some gunpowder. Mostly zombie flesh, but that's not really to be surprised. That's what we're killing is a bunch of zombies, so we're naturally going to have a surplus of their flesh. So, yeah, we got one golden helmet, too. I was hoping to get some more armor from these drops, but we'll work with what we got. So anyway, there's a button here. We implemented a crusher of sorts into the mob trap. What this is designed to do is to bring the level of health down of the mob, or the group of mobs that are in there for close to, as close to 1 heart as possible. Let me show you how we accomplish this. It's actually pretty simple. That's the block with the button on it. We got a bit of redstone, and then we've got a string of 6 comparators, 3 facing one way, which then pass the signal into the 3 facing the other way. The signal gets passed 1, 2, 3 down through them, into that block and down through that one. But also there is, if you recall, the comparator, the strength of signal that goes out the side that you can compare to the signal coming from the back. And so that actually, I believe, it does this crusher design with just 2 pistons, or these are actually sticky pistons that push out wood blocks. They do a max damage of, I believe it's 18 hearts. It usually uses them right around 2 or 3 hearts. So we've let these guys sort of build up in here. You see we got a leather armor guy, a gold armor guy, and it is daylight. So let's give the old crusher a try here. I wanted to count with it, but I forgot. It's really loud. There we go. Now let's give the old punch in here. And we see, we're getting rid of some. It looks like some are actually still dropping down. That does tend to happen in the early morning when the zombies realize that they're going to catch fire. They like to take a run for it, and They hit the water, but they have way more hit points than these guys that have been trapped in here. Yeah, this is a newcomer, so let's get rid of him. And this should do it. There we go. 1, 2, that guy's gone. That guy's gone. So yeah, these are the guys that have been in here now. You can see that the crusher does work. Proof's in the pudding, guys, right there. Lots of zombie flesh. Some experience, but hey, it's free experience. We don't need a mob spawner, which is pretty cool stuff, guys. And a nice little pair of leather booties. There we go. Okay, so now we covered the last little bits of last episode. What we did to improve what we're doing this episode is the horse stable. We're finishing it off, guys. It's been here long enough. It needs completed. We need to finish the job we started. So to do that, we've got tons and tons and tons, and I can't say tons as enough to describe how much wood we have, and we're going to need it all. So I've decided to go with the spruce wood. I don't know if we talked about this before. I think we did. But I decided to go with the spruce wood for the roof. I think the dark wood is a nice contrast to go with for our design here. All right, and as you can see, the first thing we need to do is just get our base layer down all the way around. We're doing a 1 block overlap, and that's sort of just to break up that stark contrast of the black stained clay that we used. So we're going to start there. We're going to do a little makeshift stairway going up. We did a little bit of enchanting, and as you saw, we got a Silk Touch shovel, which is pretty cool. Efficiency 4, and Silk Touch has a little added bonus on the end. So that's actually a nice little tool, little perk we've got here. But yeah, I am going to get going on this roof. And let's see here. We've got a good bit of building to do. So let's get to it. I keep putting those in. Those holes are causing me more problems than they are good. But basically, what I want to do is just do 2 rows up of stairs. Let's take a peek at the color match and see how that contrasts. I think it does. I think it contrasts just enough to look good, and breaks up that dark wood, light wood color. So the first thing I want to do is work on an entryway. Okay, it's not going to be huge, just a couple blocks out to distinguish that this is the main entrance. This is the front of our horse stables. So I'm going to build up these side walls here. I think we'll do small windows on either side, not glass. We'll probably stick to the fences for in those, and I want to just continue then the wood lining that we have from back there as well on this side. So 2, 3, 4, there we go. All right, so we may continue the stone that we did in there. I don't know. I have an idea for a different kind of entryway, maybe some sort of piston-powered door of some sort. I have an idea of what I want to do. So that, unfortunately, won't be this episode, but will be good. I think it'll function well. We may just repeat the same thing for all 3 of the entrances that we have. We want it to be, it needs to be big enough that while you're riding a horse you can fit through, but then also that it is a pretty smooth process. So right now I want to focus on getting the roof on our entryway first, and then we can sort of expand and build off of it. It should be fairly easy. We're just doing a simple peaked roof here in the middle. Nothing too complicated. And as you can see with the awesome mechanics of the stairs, I think they added back in 1.4, maybe, yeah, 1.4.2 I think it was. But as they wrap around, it really makes roofs look a lot better. All right, so we got a lot of work done, guys. It's now nighttime, but check it out. I think it looks awesome. We completed the center roof. We did a support beam sort of structure with some oak logs. It adds a lot of character. I think it looks really good. obviously, I'm looking for your input as well, guys. If you can take note as I'm doing things, but I think this turned out really well for the entryway. All right, so there's the inside of the entryway. We have a very minimal amount of the build done as of so far, but unfortunately, I need to tear down the name tags from above. The design that I have is actually going to be allowing a walkway on the second level, and with that walkway, it unfortunately needs widened, and that means that we got to move the nameplates down to an easier level to read. So that's actually what I'm going to take care of, moving those down to the side above the lever, and then we're putting half slabs just to expand that walkway up top. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that all the way around, and I will get back to you guys once it's all finished up. Alrighty, guys, we're back here at the second level. As you can see, I expanded it out a block to allow more room for walking, and we need to designate where the edge of this is. And for right now, I'm thinking maybe this wooden fencing. I'm not 100% sold. We may end up covering those up as well, but I want to do a little bit work with you guys to see what I want to do, but it's kind of tedious, so let's hit you up with a double tap. All right, guys. So that was fun, right? Here is the front of our stables with roof. I think it looks awesome. Almost all completed here on the front. Each one has these little gables coming out for their related rooms in accordance to the horse below or the stable room below. I think it worked out perfect. I couldn't be much more excited about the way that this is looking so far. Now, granted, there's plenty of time for me to mess it up. I'm usually not real happy with my builds, but this one's going well so far. So what we're doing now is we're just hitting up some fence posts to block access from us leaving, but then also access from mobs getting up here, at least for as long as we have those dirt stairways for roof access. But also it's going to dress up the look and make things a little bit more, add some depth to it. We need to do the same exact build on the opposite side, the back side, reflecting what we did on the front minus the entranceway. So that's going to be a good bit of work that I'm going to have to, I'm going to do it on my own, guys. But we'll keep it up with it. And here is your update. There's the back side, what we got done. We've got 6 gables, 3 on each side of the center. I had to plant some more trees, guys. I underestimated the amount of wood that was going to be needed. Surprise, surprise. So we've got some more trees growing. We thought we'd take a little bit of a break from the build and see what sort of resources we had in the area. I was using my little cheaty hole. I don't know if you guys consider it cheating or not. I did one right here, and I saw something interesting. Probably about 20, 30 blocks, maybe 40 blocks There, a little yellow flower will let us know that that was where we first put our hole down. But I saw something sort of interesting over in this direction, so I thought I'd go ahead and come over and plop down another one of my cheaty holes with the glowstone and sticky pistons. If you guys weren't aware of how these work, you put down 2 sticky pistons facing you and then 2 blocks of glowstone. It's an odd block that's transparent, so it doesn't smash you. You hit the lever, and then it's a magic trick. You can see through the walls. So I did that right about here, and look at what I found directly below me. It's only about 10 blocks below the surface. It's a skeleton spawner. I am super excited about this. I thought that the zombie mob trap we built last episode was going to be my only source for experience out here. And then lo and behold, right below me was a skeleton spawner. So we may be doing something with this in the future, or I may just go ahead and take care of this on my own. I don't know for certain. What I do know is I want to show you guys what is in the chest. I want to see if we get anything cool, and I want to do it on camera. So let me go ahead and fast forward into the future here to where I gain access to the chest in the dungeon. All right, so let's go ahead and plunk down our victory torch on top and check out the chest. All right, well, we got some iron horse armor. I guess that's okay. The rest of it is pretty crappy. All right, guys. So I was building, and look at these silly guys. I was putting these support logs across, and these guys are trying their best, their pathfinding, to try and get to the mob trap. I guess because of the dirt stairs, that this is the direct path that they came up with. But unfortunately, they can't jump because of the fence post and the staggered ceiling above it. So that's kind of funny. I was just building, and I turned and looked, and there was 5 zombies just standing there. All right, guys, we're back down below. We're in the depths of the stables. I wanted to start dressing this up a little bit, messing with the walkway here. Like I said, I want to start switching these to the back, but I don't want to risk losing any of the horses that I have above, because when I tear it down, the gates obviously open. But I was able to do the one on the end, which is what I wanted to show you right there. But all those have horses. So the grand reveal, guys, check it out. We got the ceiling done. I think it looks awesome. We've got ladders for access to the second level. I think that's all we're actually gonna do. There's not really room for any sort of stairs, so I think we're just gonna leave it at that. And let's jump up here and take a look at what our finished product looks like on this side. We decided to have 2 separate walkways that bridge between the 2 sides, and it's right between the first and second stalls on either side. We haven't quite finished what we want to do on the ends on either end, but we do have some bushes that we've incorporated in to sort of break up the brown everywhere. I want to start doing this in different places, whether it's putting down carpet or integrating some of the stained clay blocks. But we need to add some color. I like the brown, I like the variations, but we need a little bit more. And I thought a nice touch would be with these spruce leaves to sort of break up the difference. And then I'm just plopping down a piece of glass to allow the glowstone from the stable below to also light up the walkways above. And I think that works out really well. We actually don't need any additional lighting inside of these stalls, I guess we can call them, because they are at half slab level. Or no, they're not. This is half slab level. This center area, which I think turned out really well with the contrast between the dark and light wood. This area doesn't need any lighting because it's on half slabs. That's the area. But the architecture in that, I think, turned out real well, considering I had no clue what I wanted to do with it. But yeah, and then this is just a duplicate of that side on this side, the same stalls, and we're just putting down glass and our little bush trees, and also you can see the lighting from behind shines through that area, which is why I don't want to fill it up with anything other than these bushes or leaf blocks, which don't block light. I believe they allow all light to come through them. So yeah, that's the look here for the second level. Like I said, I couldn't be much happier considering I wasn't real sure what I wanted to do with it. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that maybe we should have some trap doors. What do you guys think? Maybe 2 trap doors, one for either side, just so if we happen to walk across this small hole, we don't fall down in it. That's not the way we need it. We need it on the other side. Because if you think you're walking up a ladder, how would you open it? You would push, and you would push it behind you. You wouldn't push it in front of you and continue climbing. So we want it to push open behind us. Perfect for both sides. There we go. Voila. And let's take another peek at it from the bottom. I think it looks great. One thing I don't think I mentioned, I put half slabs across those support beam logs so that mobs can't spawn on those either. I think we're pretty much 100% mob proof for spawning within here. I'm not 100% sure, and I didn't do all the double checking that I need to, but it's close enough for my liking. So let's take a peek from the outside what the finished product looks like. I think this crafting bench looks like a good place to take a gander from, and it is. I love it. I think it looks like a real horse stable. The angles, the different texture variations, using just wood like I did. I think we did a pretty decent job of mixing up the textures and colors and how it looks. One thing I think I want to do is add some half slabs just below those logs on each one of those openings. So I'm going to run in there and throw a couple of these down and see what that looks like, and then we'll take a peek at it after we finish that up. All right, guys, I got those half slabs up on both sides, front and back, and this is the final product. I think it looks awesome. I don't want to toot my own horn. That's going to be the last time I'm going to do it, but I'm very happy with the way this build turned out. Very, very happy. But yeah, that's going to do it for the episode, guys. I'm going to give you a couple different angles maybe of how it looks. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, so we can't get the best look at the details, but give you sort of the 360 view of the sides. They're still unfinished. We need to figure out what we're doing with there. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out, I'm sure, and it will hopefully blend well with the rest of the build. But yeah, like I said, that's going to do it, guys. I want to thank you all for watching, all the support that I've been getting. We're well over 500 subs now. We're closing in on 600. And we're nearing the 1-year anniversary of the channel. So again, guys, I want to thank you all for your support, everything you've done over the last year for me. This has been Scrotitus Plays Minecraft, and I will check you guys all in the next episode. We will see ya.